Hey everyone, welcome back to another video on the channel, and this is something that I decided to do because I've been in the S.T.A.L.K.E.R 2 Discord for the past couple of months, and they have a great section where you can ask the developer any question about S.T.A.L.K.E.R 2, and most of the time they will give an answer. If it is spoiler related, they're not going to give anything like that, but there is a lot of interesting questions and answers here, so I'm going to go through some of the ones that I find really interesting, and it'll give you an idea of some of the features that are in the game. A lot of the questions are around the pre-order and also the special edition, but anything that's related to the game and going over the answers that the devs have given. So the first one here is, out of the new mutants, guns, map parts and characters, which are your favourite and which faction base do you like the most? Hard to tell because S.T.A.L.K.E.R 2 is a complex game, but from factions I prefer Ward, which we know now are the new police style faction in the game. Mutants, why should I like mutants? I want them dead. During cutscenes, will Skiff hold his default PM or currently equipped sidearm? I know that might not be a big issue for some people, but when games don't have that, it's absolutely ridiculous. One of the games that it really drives me insane is Ghost Recon Breakpoint, where you've decked out your player in all the gear that you want. You go into a cutscene and he's just holding a pistol with no headgear, and it really just takes you out of the immersion of the game. So the answer here is, I wanted to start with NDA, but nah, it will depend on the situation and the cutscene individually. So I'm not quite sure if he actually answered the question there, but is there cutscenes where you see the player, or is it a case that each cutscene will be almost re-rendered and that's what we'll get to see? So hopefully that's going to be added, but I honestly think that's a great question. Anyone out there with an ultra-wide resolution monitor, it will be supported, so that's pretty nice. Some games don't have it, and it can be a little bit of a pain for anyone that does have a widescreen monitor. This is a pretty good one as well. Does loot that is picked up eventually respawn, seeing as the game is taking a more open world direction? Kind of a complex question. Some of the possible loot you may get is sustainable, something will be unique. Do you have a favourite weapon or artifact in the game out of what has been revealed so far? If you do, what is it? And they say the boomstick. We know now at this stage, but will there be any early access? And the answer is no, and there is a few people that are kind of hesitant about that. Why are they not releasing the game to be reviewed early? But I don't want to be experiencing the game through the eyes of somebody else. I want to jump into this game, whether it runs brilliantly or whether it doesn't, I don't really care. I'm just looking forward to jumping into the game and experiencing a new S.T.A.L.K.E.R game. I'm happy that they're not allowing streamers and content creators to get their hands on the full release, because I want to experience the story myself. And it is nice here that they say about, they don't want to give away any spoilers, which a lot of the time we get games that are released and the game is given out on early access and there's spoilers all over the internet, which I have seen absolutely no spoilers for this game, and I have been doing a lot of looking at videos, researching the game, and I've seen absolutely no spoilers that would be detriment to the story. The only somewhat spoilery thing you could say, there is a new faction and also the character that we're going to be using, it's a brand new character. But as far as the story, you're a stalker, you do have experience in the zone, you got away from it, and now you're back. This is a good one as well. The closer we get to the release date, the more doubts arise for many. We are currently 43 days away from release. Are we still on course? And the answer is yes, so that's nice to hear. Hello, we're a month away from release, and I was wondering if the US is going to be getting the physical edition. I'm only going to read this one out because there are a lot of people asking about the physical edition. Getting the physical Ultimate Edition release. If we are, is there a time frame when we might be able to purchase? And unfortunately, no new release on physical editions in the USA. Yeah, so even in Europe here, somebody asked about the Ultimate Edition available in Germany, and the developer has said no update there as well. When you die in free roam, do you respawn to a new point with a dedicated animation? If you die, you die. You will need to load a save. Okay. We got some Ukrainian here, and I have translated these. Oh, somebody actually translated it here. So looking at the trailers and other media where the gameplay appears on the PDA, when the map was open, there was no indication of arch anomalies. Therefore, I have a question, whether they will be somehow highlighted on the map, as in Call of Pripyat, for example, or not. Thanks in advance. If you review my question, good luck. And then it says there's no special mark. So you're just going to have to go out to the world and discover them for yourself, which I kind of like. Can I have a mini-map in the corner instead of Skyrim Fallout bar on the top? To check the map, you will need to open your PDA. So no mini-map available on the UI. Long ago, there was official Stalker clothing and non-disclosure agreements. So there might be new clothing coming. Will there be technicians like the later games, or will we have to use anomalies to repair our armor like in Shadow of Chernobyl? Technicians will be happy to help you for your money. Will there be unique weapons or armor like the older games? The answer is yes. Lots of people are really disappointed that the pre-download will not be available on PC platforms, mostly for having so bad internet downloads. So bad. Can you currently state the reason why you made the unfortunate decision? Is there some issue with one of the PC platforms that made you do this decision? I have heard Xbox consoles can be downloaded but nowhere on PC platforms. Epic, Steam, Xbox PC. We were considering our options, but unfortunately we couldn't find a way for PC pre-download to be possible. The best we could do is get it for the Xbox, and it is not a favoritism. It is our attempt to have it at least somewhere so more stalkers can jump into the zone faster. I understand the frustration, and it was a tough decision, but we felt it was a necessary one. Well, that's understandable. Not sure if this is allowed, but are the current regional prices final? How big is the game download going to be? We'll know it'll take 150 to 60 gigabyte once installed, but how much? Yes, something around that. Will the expression cheeky breaky be in the game? Of course it will. Are there any form of reputation or rank system in the game? Kind of. Rest is NDA. Kind of is pretty interesting. Will we be able to sell, trade damaged guns with low durability, or will we have to repair them first before selling like the original games? You cannot sell extremely damaged guns under 40% durability. Are buildings and interior structures going to be more accessible, and if so, is it by a large margin? Yes, huge. So that's really exciting that we're going to get more indoor areas that we can explore. This is a great question. We know about the day-night cycle, but I would like to know how long in-game day or night lasts. In-game day is 1 hour, so that's pretty cool. Will there be companion NPCs? The answer is no. I know reputation between factions will matter a lot in story mode, and I know killing one from that faction will make them hate or dislike me. If I kill, let's say, a random solo duty soldier with no one around, will the whole faction hate me? And then the answer is, it has a weighting system to be logical. Will there be quick location transitions in the game? Yes, if you pay money to the guides. Will the game have restricted areas, regions at the start of the game? The game has 20 regions, so will I be able to go straight to the Chernobyl power plant at the start of the game as example? Or will there be some sort of restrictions that will prevent me from entering certain regions because it's too early? You can try to go. So it looks there like you will be able to traverse the whole map, but obviously if you're underprepared it's going to be difficult, which I like. So death screen will have the total number of deaths shown. What happens when the number exceeds the counter? Is there a prize for dying too much? Honest answer is that I don't know. That's a funny question. Will there be player bases or unique locations for the player to make their own personal living area? No base building, but you will have your own personal convenience stash. Is there a walk slower button, either hold or toggle on the keyboard so we can take in all the beauty of the zone, or is this only achievable via controller analog input? You can walk slowly by a key toggle. So really small details, but like these are the details that I want to be seeing. So this is something that kind of came out recently as well from the guys so it will support FSR 3.1. In the game, will we be available to select fire mode on weapons? I would like to hope so, and the answer is yes. Will there certain moments where Skiff is better off exploring in the dark and in the light? Tactical preference, NPC behavior. Will the game have NVIDIA frame generation? And the answer is we will have DLSS. When you die, will you see the message lost in the zone? Yes, and a total number of deaths in your playthrough. Xbox players will be able to play with keyboard and mouse. Yes, you will be able. Will the English dub only include main character voice lines like SOC, or will it also include campfire chatter, combat voice lines, etc.? Everything. Cool. When will we find out what time Stalker 2 will be released in different time zones? Soon. Does the higher difficulty level affect the loot table? For example, will there be less ammo on bodies and stashes, making for more tactical gameplay and resource management? Higher difficulty equals less loot in general. So cool. I think I'm going to actually start on the highest difficulty and we can see how things go. Is gun condition affecting ammo penetration, damage and gun jamming probability? It is affecting jamming probability. In the trailer, the player used the weapon wheel to switch to the underbarrel shotgun. Is it possible to use a dedicated button on PC like the original trilogy? Yes, you can adjust almost any keybind. Usually I spend about 10 minutes changing the keybind for every FPS game that I play. This is something that not a lot of people are mentioning, but the question is Stalker 2 ever going to release on PlayStation? And the answer is Xbox and PC exclusive. I think this is a huge plus for Xbox. We haven't had an exclusive on Xbox, like a system seller. If this game comes out and lives up to the hype, I can see a lot of people going out and purchasing an Xbox that don't maybe have a PC and only have a PlayStation to play this game. So this is a huge plus for Microsoft and Xbox if the game can come out and run really well on the Xbox. Hello, in Stalker 2, the map is an amalgamation of all the maps in the trilogy. Will it be possible to go to the Cord and Pripyat at will? It is a huge, seamless world. You will be able to explore many cool locations. Okay guys, I'm not going to go through any more of the answers and questions. I will leave a link for this Discord in the description below. Please do check it out. Go in, ask whatever question you want and run through the GSC answers. They have replied to thousands upon thousands of questions related to the game. Like I said, a lot of them are to do with the pre-order, but definitely have a look through. You might find something that you didn't know about the game, and I'll be running through more, and I might pick out some of the really important ones as we lead up to the release of the game. Thanks so much for checking out the video, and hopefully we'll see you in the next one.